This is Dr. Ines, and I want to give you a guided experience of mindfulness. You can sit on the couch if you want. You can sit cross-legged like a meditator, or you can go for a walk. It doesn't really matter. What I want you to do is do it purposefully with intention. It's probably not a good idea to lay down because we tend to fall asleep. So whatever you're doing, washing dishes, or let's say you just sit still for a few moments, you're on the couch. Just notice all the places where your body makes contact with the world. So feel the cushions against your back. Feel the weight of your body pressing on the cushions with your legs and your bottom. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the weight of your arms and your hands resting wherever they are. Notice what it feels like to breathe. You might notice that there are also a lot of thoughts in your mind, and that's perfectly okay. Just because your mind is busy or you have what they call a monkey mind doesn't mean you're a bad meditator. All that means is that is what's happening. And in mindfulness, your job is to just notice what's happening. There's no need to judge it as good, bad, or otherwise. It just is what it is right then. Just acknowledge the reality of it. Acknowledge the truth of what's there. And you can use the word notice as kind of a cue for yourself if that's helpful. Just notice. Notice what your mind is doing. Don't get lost in the stories. Just notice, oh, I'm thinking. Notice any smells, any aromas in your environment. Notice any physical sensations. I mentioned the places where your body makes contact with the world. You might notice your clothes, or if you have a blanket on you. I can feel a breeze moving across my cheek. Maybe you have a pet that's laying on your lap or next to you. Maybe you feel their fur. Just notice. Don't get lost in it, but just notice the sensations. Notice sounds. Notice. You don't even have to name anything. In fact, it's better if you don't. Just notice. And you might notice that your mind gets all busy and suddenly you're off making plans for tomorrow, or like, oh no, I forgot to do this, that, and the other thing, or I got to call so-and-so. It's perfectly okay. You just, when you realize that that's what's happening, you just come back to noticing. You haven't failed, you haven't messed it up. In fact, you did it perfectly. It's the waking up and the noticing that's the most important part. Noticing. If your eyes are open, just notice that you're seeing. You don't even have to look at specific things, but just notice seeing. use all of your senses to notice, including the emotional feeling. Depending where you are, or if there are other beings around, you might feel the energy of a space. This is mindfulness. And this is all you have to do to practice it. Just keep doing it. Remind yourself to notice. And you can notice no matter what you're doing. Just keep coming back. Okay. And probably you may notice a greater sense of calm than when you started 5 minutes ago, too. That's important. Notice that. Okay, that's all for now. Be well.